I think it's sensational. I think they thoroughly deserved their win, Tonga. I thought Australia were really poor, in particular some individuals we may speak about later. But the Tongan players, the way they represented their people and their jersey, they've made some sacrifices over the last couple of years, which has cost the individuals a lot of money, not playing Origin and playing for Australia. But they've stuck together and they're all brothers. They talk about that. So well done to them, well done to everyone behind the scenes. Thoroughly deserved, and I think it's sensational.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more. I think Gus said it in the call. Tonga were actually playing for their country tonight, and yeah, it was. You could really see that out in the field and the way they performed and the way they played. And
like Joey said, I think a few of the Australians were just waiting for the season to finish. I think, you know, if Mal's fair dinkum, he's make sure he's looking at that game and going, well, you know, we make sure we need a few different players here, because I thought some of their efforts were just terrible. So, you know, just didn't put their hand up at big moments, took really easy options and let each other down. And like I said, they let Australia down, let the jersey down. And, you know, really poor standard. They set a great standard down in Illawarra, and they just didn't back it up at all. So there's a good chance a few of those blokes won't be there next year.
I thought they'd fall in a heap, but to their credit, they got a taste and they wouldn't go away. They offloaded the ball, they played to their strength, and I think Gus spoke about in commentary, Australia were playing one play at a time. There was no plan, and that comes down to the halves. I thought Cherry Evans tonight was absolutely awful. There was no plan, there was no structure in place, the kicking game was terrible, and I think in occasions players were actually getting away from the contact. It's disappointing.
I was very nervous in the second half when they came on, and the first time Payne Haas got the ball, who was our absolute warrior in the first half, he passed the ball. I don't know what on earth he was thinking, or why anyone let him pass the ball. Like, it just straight away I thought, oh no, we're in trouble here. He was our best player by far in the first half, and for him to think that he had to pass the ball, someone should have just been saying, run the ball, go, just roll forward, roll forward, roll. Poor old Payne, he's there trying to, you know, distribute pass. I'm going, no. Well, whatever happened in half-time was just not good.
That's why he was our best player in the first half, because he discharged forward. All he cared about was trying to put a dent in the line and trying to get to the ground and get a quick play of the ball for Damien Cooks and those guys to jump out. So, yeah.
How does it go so wrong in the space of 7 days when they looked so good, Joey, last week against New Zealand on home soil, and then you've got this?
Well, once again, Gus spoke about respect. I don't think the Australians respected the opposition, and they went out there. It was the last game. I think they were thinking that, you know, they roll the sleeves up for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then they get the job done. I thought they were really poor. And, you know, we spoke about some individuals. I think that they had a real hard look at themselves, some of the guys.
The older, the younger, do you expect, you know, we've spoken about this next generation that's coming through, and they were being lauded last week. Which side of the coin was it that perhaps proved the foil tonight?
Oh, our young blokes were great. Well, Payne Haas was brilliant.
Yep.
I thought Cam Murray was brilliant. I don't know why Cam Murray didn't get the time he should have. Although our young blokes were brilliant, I thought Jack Wyden was great. You know, talk about Darnley Cherry Evans. You know, the thing about Darnley about his game was he was pretty. He wasn't doing anything in attack. He was given no direction. But his defence was giving him so much trouble. Leaving poor Jackie Wyden and a few of them just stranded at different times. Latrell Mitchell coming up with some bad errors and some really, really soft options. So, yeah. It wasn't just the young blokes or just the old blokes. It was a mixture, but there was just some blokes out there that just wanted the season to be over.
Freddie, what does this do for the next generation of young Tongan players watching this? In the west of Sydney, there's a lot of young players out there of Tongan descent. Does this mean they pledge their allegiance to Tonga? This is a huge turning point in Tongan Rugby League.
Yeah, I think in footy in general. A bit disappointing Samoa early, so one of the other nations a couple of years ago that really looked like they'll go to the next level, and you know, they're just so built for our game, and we just got to face it. They just do such a good job. You know, a lot of them live out west, and they're playing footy every day. They're out there kicking the balls, and you know, there's Australians, what we consider Australians, that aren't doing as much, you know, on the field practice as, you know, the Tongans and the Samoans and the Islanders are doing. They just have a. It's just the way they are with their family. They still live nice and tight and close, and all the kids are out there kicking the ball, and they've got so many coming through, and they're just so well built for our game. They're strong, fast, powerful.
Yeah, you hear the emotion in Conrad Hurrell's voice there when he's speaking, and you hear him talking about Tonga and the guys in his team and the sacrifices they had to make to all play together. You can tell why they got the success tonight. And Christian Wolf there getting the.
And he got pants.
Yeah, he almost got pants too. Afro Savage, still got it.
For the Australians now, Andrew, too, this has got to sit with them until the next test. It's a long time between drinks for them.
Yeah, it is, and I don't know, they'd be really disappointed with that. I'm sure the coaching staff, I'm sure Mal was really disappointed, but it wasn't. It was an attitude thing, simple as that. There was times when players were taking a real soft option. They didn't want to get down and get dirty and get on the ball. And there were some moments there that was really worrying from an attitude point of view for Australia.
Plenty for Mel to think about over the summer on the back of that loss tonight.